is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. And he's going to try to return this one. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. And we've been really eager to see this matchup. This quarterback against an elite defense. Jesse, what does a quarterback have to keep in mind when you face a group like this?
Well, he's just going to have to be dialed in. He's had a lot of success this year so far. This is a different animal, though, in this defense he's playing. He's got to be really good with his decision-making, throwing it, running it, pre-snap, post-snap. You make one mistake against this defense, David, they make you pay.
Yeah, they're a fun defense to watch, and this is a fun challenge for their defense, too, because it's an elite quarterback, right? Like, they can make you look like you're not as good as you've been all season long, so I'm looking forward to seeing this matchup and who wins it.
On third down, he drops the throw. Catch in the middle, it's Smith. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. But you might as well have thrown it in the stands because you completed it, but not enough for the first down. Punt team's coming on the field. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. They're going to have to contend with a group of linebackers, Jesse, who wreak havoc all over the field.
Well, they say speed kills in college football, and I think that's what makes this position group so special. It's really hard to get the ball to the perimeter because of these linebackers and their sideline-to-sideline speed. But, David, in passing situations, they can also blitz and get after your quarterback. What's this offense going to do?
Well, remember in our day, man, like you had hammers, right? They were just big physical guys. Now you've seen the positions switch. The bodies look different. They look more like safeties, and you're right. Speed, sideline to sideline, blitzing, so much versatility. Good luck.
To the air, it's Whalen. Got it in the middle, it's Graves. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first, it's at the 37. Wants to go up top on first down. Bringing the heat. He makes the catch. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. He's looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. Hauls it in and takes it in for a touchdown. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Quarterback empties his backfield. Looking downfield on first down. Complete to the left. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. He's open on the right. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offense?
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And how about the true freshman? We've heard about this guy, and we heard he's got a chance to be really, really good, talking with coaches this week, and he gets his first sack. Listen, guys, I'm a pass rusher. Everybody remembers their first sack.
Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. Trying play action. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that one is picked off in the end zone.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it and you can hear it, and sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time he used the lob wedge and the defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense early.
And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. From the shotgun, they'll run it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Looking to pass. It's Whalen. Got his man on the right. Slips a tackle and he's got room. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
This offense capable of exploding at any moment. Now they're set up inside the 30 with a 1st and 10. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Mendenhall. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Caught over the middle. It's Tolzien. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. To the ground with the back. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. 1st and goal for the offense. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Heftiness coming out on the goal line. Pushes ahead, and he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. They've switched ends of the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the 2nd. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Barrels ahead. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. 4th and goal from the 3. Let's see what this offense can dial up from here. Back to pass. It's Whalen. Lets it go to the end zone. And it's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs. They're backed up. 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. Can't get him to the ground. Finds a crevice and picks up 5 out to the 8. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos after a successful...
Oh, he's got some space. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a 1st down at the 23.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the 1st down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Fires to the big fella. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Shotgun snap on third down. Finds the tight end. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again.
With you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's what...
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching.
He's got it inside the 30. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, that's the second pick in as many series now for this quarterback. But, David, I love the defense right now and the way they're reading and reacting to all these route concepts. I mean, they are all over these guys on the back end.
All over the field, making plays. Listen, you're supposed to see the quarterback break on the football. You've seen several breaks on the football. Your job is to know what the offense does really, really well. And you can tell this defense is dialed in, and they know exactly what this offense wants to accomplish.
And he moved it slightly forward. Defense played it well. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Dropping back, it's Whalen. Under fire. They get to him as he throws.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Makes the catch. It's Tolzien. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. And here comes the punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. Off-play action on first down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Well, you can see why this team thinks this kid has a real bright future. It's amazing. He's only a true freshman. He's not built like one, though, and you saw it on that last play. Trust me, that is the first of many sacks in this kid's collegiate career.
Didn't make it any easier on themselves on first down. Now 2nd and long from the 21. Red pass, it's complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Finds his man, it's Burke. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. Right on the money. Across the 35. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. To the air on first down. Throws to the tight end. It's complete. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Wants to pass. Got his almost had the touchdown pass on that one. The defense burns their third and final timeout of the half. Trying to pound their way in. Slams into the line and through for a touchdown.
This has been a back-and-forth battle with a lot of football left to go. Really nice job executing on that rushing touchdown. If they get this extra point, this thing is all tied up.
The extra point here would tie the game. And they tacked on the extra point. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Texas A&M is putting on a show offensively. Feels like they've been gigging them since the first whistle. They're up by 21 over Marshall. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Grabbed in the middle. It's Mendenhall. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Looking downfield, it's Whalen. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. A strike downfield. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Here comes the heat. He'll pull it down and run. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
All right, thanks, guys. And through 2 quarters of ball, it looks like we're in for another fun one here today. And talk about a good competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these two programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been a very evenly played game. Fascinating to see how the rest of this one plays out. Either way, it's time to find out. Back to the best in the biz for the start of this third quarter.
About to kick it away again as we are tied up in the third quarter. And he's coming out of the end zone. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. He'll start this third quarter with a run. And he works his way forward and finally down at the 15. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Wants to go up top. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And the defense doing its job again, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground, forcing a third down situation, likely to be a pass. Both defenses have played a really good football game so far.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Scanning the field, it's Whalen. They're working that left side. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Special teams heading out after the third down completion's not quite special enough to move the chains. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Wants to throw on first down. He's got his man. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. Looking to fire. Snagged out of the air. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this.
There he goes! Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Leaves it with the back. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. They want to get this defense on its heels.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Clock ticks under the 4-minute mark here in the 3rd quarter. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Finds his big tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Still some work to do after that last completion. It's 2nd down. In the red area, it's Cheap. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. They'll try to get the first through the air. Makes the catch. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Lets it fly. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. That is a costly mistake as the penalty wipes the touchdown off the board. From the gun, looking for a man. Finds his big tight end. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Motion from the wideout. Wants to fire on 2nd down. He's got it and still on his feet. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Wideout trying to get it in. Needed one more turn of the legs to get it in there, and he's denied just inches away from the touchdown. Trying to bully their way in. Saunters into the end zone for a touchdown.
I think most coaches on 4th and goal from the 1-yard line nowadays, they're going for it. And I like this offense because if I can't get 1 yard, I don't deserve to win. They're physical, lower their pads, and they get the big 4th down conversion.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. To the air, it's Whalen. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. Wide open downfield. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Just about the time the quarterback got the snap, that dude was in his mustache.
Quick, fast, and in a hurry in the backfield. Got him to the ground before he could even think about getting the laces and trying to get the ball out of his hands.
A 1st down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Off play action. He's going to throw deep right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on third down from the 43. Rushes on him. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
Not a ton of play calls for third in California when you're on offense. You know you're going to have your quarterback holding on to the football. You really got to think about how you're going to protect him. Offensive coordinator may want to think about using more max protect schemes, get more bodies in to give this quarterback a chance.
They bring the punter onto the field now. He'll field the punt. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Here's the handoff. It's the runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. He'll keep it himself. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. So we open the final period with a third down play. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Faced with a third and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Smith. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? This time they'll go to the running game. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Offense breaks the huddle. It's third down. It'll be a draw. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. To throw, it's Whalen. Unloads it downfield. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass? They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to go up top. Pocket breaking down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright, and you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
And here comes the punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. They'll leave it with him. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They go right back to him. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
On the move, it's Cheek. Makes a man miss. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. He'll pull it on the read. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The defense calls the timeout, their 2nd of the day, as they try to get their act together. Back to pass on 2nd down. Finds his tight end. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And that don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It is perfect. And now the lead is even bigger. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, a couple of ACC teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. The home team has the lead right now, but this crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. The away team is hanging in there, but they're going to need something to break their way, and soon.
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Back to pass. It's Whalen. Spins away. Got it in the middle. It's Mendenhall. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. They're setting up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Just keep slinging it. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Makes the grab. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. They're moving quickly after that big 4th down conversion. Clock will roll when the ball is set. It's complete. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50. After that last completion, it's second down. Motion from the back. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Pressure coming. And they get to him, and down goes the quarterback, and you just cannot afford that in this spot. Back to throw, it's Whalen. He's got an open man. And the defense wrestles him to the ground. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. They're going to go to the air on third and short. Trying to escape and get it himself. And the incomplete pass on third down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. It is good. They're back to within a touchdown. 17-10 is the score.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback